How many more years we got until the Terminators take over?
So the what?
The Terminators take over.
Oh, it's happening. I always think about that. James Cameron, the dude, I mean, think about, I don't know if I've heard like rumors that he stole that idea or script or story, whatever. But like the fact that he made that movie in what was like 83 or 82 or
Yeah, the first one was like early '80s.
yeah, and just how it's like happening now. It's really, really bizarre.
Oh, Pauly Shore's here now, so we can kick everybody else out. We'll pregame with Pauly, and we'll see you guys in a minute.
Later, y'all.
Later, y'all. Unless it's easier for you, Brian, to leave everybody in.
No, I'll boot everybody out for a second here.
Mr. Shore.
We got classic Pauly with the bandana too. Can you unmute Pauly?
Yep. 1 second here. Pauly asked to unmute. There you go, buddy.
You good? Put him right there in the middle.
What up, sir?
Give him a better seat.
I just swam and I took a sauna.
Welcome, dude.
Welcome.
That's where we're at these days.
Yeah. About right.
My friend told me, why work anymore? You've worked your whole life. And I started thinking about it. You know, maybe I'm going to try not to work.
It's a great idea.
You'll probably end up working more. You know how like I always say, if you want to get a job, plan a vacation. And it's almost always come to pass that like something will come by, either a big audition or a job when you book a vacation with your family. It's like literally 7 out of 10 times that's happened to me.
Right.
So the idea is I need to book more vacations.
So who's your friend? I'm sorry.
All right, so let me introduce you guys. This is my boy Darren Blatt. Actually, I think you know his brother.
You know Kevin Blatt.
Kevin Blatt.
KB.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah,
that's your bro. Brother. That's your bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. He's the best.
We met once a long time ago at my brother's old pad, and we hung out for a while. You were great and told us.
I was always his therapist.
Yeah, well, he needs a lot. It takes a village.
You know what I mean? Man, that girl that he dated.
Sarah Peaches.
Peaches. That was the whole thing.
Was she a piece of work or what?
Well, she was a cam model, you know. And
she was cool. He had fun. It's just after a while, it got every relationship. I guess it's what, shit or get off the pot.
Yeah.
You know, it's either you like jump in or like it's time to wrap out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell me about your show.
That's how I met. So that's how I met Darren. But Darren and I have worked together on I've DJ'd for parties that he throws in Vegas and all over. So we become friends. And then we were just talking about starting, you know, some kind of business. And he came up with this idea of like, you know, doing a podcast, but having it live. It's like a members only podcast. You have to be a member. You come on. So we have we have a select bunch of people. It's like a watch party. People go, they watch the episode. Like we've done Amanda Burse, Ed O'Neill, David Garrison, who played the first Steve. We've had the executive producer. Actually, Richard Gurman, who wrote your episode, is always here. He just happens to be traveling this week. But he's like kind of like a regular on the show. And we break down episodes and we have guests on. And it's like basically all things Married with Children, you know?
But it's like a whole social network based around it. So like our members get to be friends with each other. They post memories about the show, and it's really funny. It's like this whole ecosystem inside.
Well, it's a big deal. Nostalgia is huge right now.
Very. All right. Well, I guess we're going to let our people in.
Let's rock.
You guys ready?
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
We're right on time.
I'm Brian, by the way.
Brian. Yeah, that's our
Brian.
genius.
That's Brian, the genius back there.
I can't see him.
I'm chilling
in lurking. That's his
lurking over here.
He's the lurker in the back.
Okay.
All right,
ready, guys? Here we go.
Are we ready?
Thanks for joining, Paul.
Recording in progress.
All right. Well, welcome to the show. Another installment. This is episode number 7. And we got the Weasel. We got a pop icon right here. Look at this guy. Pauly, welcome to the show. And our man, David Faustino Bud Bundy.
Your brother Kevin owes me money.
He probably does.
Well, we got to talk about that. Are we supposed to do it on camera or off camera?
Sure, why not?
Let's do it on camera. That'd be fun to see what
you fuck yeah.
Anyway, David, I'll turn it over to you for a second. I'm sure you want to get caught up with Pauly.
Yeah, well, first of all, welcome everybody. Thank you guys, all our regulars, for coming back and being part of the Bundy Club family. We love you guys and your posts and all your input is great. Paulie, by the way, this time we decided to have the guest come in first. Oh, dude, Paulie, you should have seen Ed O'Neill trying to get into the Zoom room. It was genius. It was the best part of the show. It took like 10 minutes for him to and it was all like on camera. It was great. So we've decided to have the guests come in first now, so we don't have the whole shit show of people trying to get on. So Paulie's here. Paulie and I go way back. I'm trying to decide if I knew you before you came on Married with Children, and how far into sort of MTV you were at that point, and all that stuff.
Well, what year did your show start?
We started in '87, right? So that was season
Oh, wow.
3. You were in season 3, mid season 3. So I'm guessing it was like 90-ish, you know?
Uh-huh.
I don't think I knew you yet.
No, I think we met on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I don't know. Hollywood back then, there was such an innocence and such an enthusiasm for just getting an audition, and your show, for me and for America was, it was the 90s version of All in the Family. It was
Mm-hmm.
hands down, the best written show, the best characters. It's like this weird chemistry that you guys all had. It was wink, 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 but it was also real at the same time. But Ed was playing this character, and your mom was in this character, and you were in a character, and Christina was. Everyone's in this kind of like odd space, and it just worked.
Yeah.
And it was and so when I got the audition, you guys were one of the hottest shows
Wow.
on the air.
That's
And
crazy.
I was so nervous, because this is before I made it on
Yeah.
MTV and before I had that opportunity to be on MTV. And I was just acting. I was just a guy that was auditioning that would get, auditions from my manager or my agent. I was at Triad, I think.
Mhm.
And they would just be like, they would fax me my auditions.
Yeah.
And I had gotten an audition for 21 Jump Street, which I got, and St. Elsewhere, which I got. And
Nice.
I was able to like nail these kind of guest, I guess they're called guest leads back then.
Yep.
And when I got this opportunity, I was pretty stoked. I mean,
That's crazy.
it was a big deal. It was very nerve-wracking. And
What was that like going into, do you remember reading for Ron and Michael, the creators, in that room at all?
yeah, of course. I
Right.
mean, it was very nerve-wracking. It's I mean, testing for things like back then it was tough.
Mhm.
It wasn't like
Nerve-wracking is the right
like when
word.
you go for like I remember fuck, what was that? His name was Ron shit, I forgot his name, but he was the showrunner for his show, and I was
Ron
to play.
Levitt.
No, this wasn't on your show. It was another
Oh,
show. And I was
oh,
supposed to play Ringo Starr's son. It was like, oh, I have to test for NBC. You then you test for the studio, and then you go to the studio, and then you got to test for the network. You got to test for the network, and
it's
like
unreal.
it was like so heavy.
Yeah.
And for me, it was just a guest lead, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like I was testing for a role in the sitcom. For you, it must have been insane to book that and then find out what type of hit it became.
It's crazy.
I
It's
mean, we're
crazy.
talking worldwide, We're talking like the show Friends or Seinfeld, big.
Speaking of worldwide, we have people here from Israel. We have people here from Germany. There's a lot of people who get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the show. So
Yeah.
yeah, die hard worldwide. But yeah, I mean, the testing process, dude, for anything. It's funny. I talked about this here before. I'm kind of reiterating what I've already said, which is, it's almost more nerve-wracking as you're an adult than it is to do it as a kid. When it was a kid, it was just like, it's what I do, and you didn't put necessarily the pressure on yourself as you do as an adult, that you're like providing, all the fears and anxieties and stress of being an adult come on you. And I find it harder to test as an adult than I ever did as a kid. Not to say I wasn't nervous during that test for Married with Children, but it was a different kind of nerves, you know?
Yeah,
What was
with
that
Paulie-
like? What was that like when you auditioned for? I mean, you were in the room with other kids, I'm sure. Like, were you
Well,
sitting there with your sides, you know what I mean, down to the last three guys or whatever?
well, I don't know if you know this, but they hired two other actors to play Bud and Kelly for the pilot.
Oh,
And I had
wow.
auditioned the first round and didn't get very far at all, like maybe
Oh,
a
wow.
callback. And then I
Wow.
had switched agents, and she was good enough, creative enough, God bless her, to like say, "Hey, you need to, read this guy again."
Mm.
And they did, and and it was so when I read it was already sold. That even more nerve wracking because it's not
Wow.
like, "Oh, hey,
And
I'm
how
gonna."
old were you? How old were you?
I was going on 13.
13?
Yeah, I was just turning 13, and so now you're reading now if you get this thing, not only are you going to be on a sold series and have the time of your life, but you're also going to make a butt ton of money. So like it was nerve-wracking, man. But again, like different kind of nerves than when I'm in there. But you remember the room with Ron and Michael. I don't know if you remember. I mean, it's a smoke-filled room. There's these weird toys and shit. There's a sex doll in the corner with her mouth open. Like their room in a weird way was more comforting than going into like a what's the word I'm looking for? Very like clean, just regular network room. It was like, holy fuck, who are these guys?
Yeah, they made it themselves.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
the black dude, right?
Yeah, Michael Moy is the black guy who's lives on the East Coast, and I still have a lot of contact with. And then Ron Levitt was the other guy,
He was the white guy.
the white guy. He was that real Al Bundy. I mean, it really a lot of it is after his own life.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and how long did you guys run for? How many years? 9 years?
11,
11 years, yeah.
87 to
And
90.
then so all that money that's out there now, is that your syndication money?
Yeah, I mean, but look, like I've said on this show, Ed owned a piece of the show. The rest of us, Katie, Christina, myself, we got regular residuals.
Mm.
But so I make, but it's not enough to, I got to keep hustling and doing my thing if I really want to keep an income going.
But the answer to my question is Ed's the only one really benefiting off of the ownership of the show right now.
Oh yeah, and Modern Family. And listen, I love Ed.
That's great.
Yeah, he's
Well, yeah, I love him too. He's got to give us some of that cash. No,
There's
I'm
a
just
funny
kidding.
show I created years ago called Starving, and the pilot episode starts with me at a restaurant hitting him up for money. It's a very funny scene. He was great in it. We improv the whole thing, and but it's
Yeah.
it's basically me hitting him up for money. And it's
Yeah,
funny.
so when I got the audition, I went in and I did it, and I remember everyone laughing. And I remember doing well even though I was nervous. And I
Yeah,
remember leaving, and then I guess my agent, they usually call you right away.
yeah. Back then they did. Do they still?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to stay in I'm just trying to stay in the space of where we're at,
Got you.
which is that day auditioning for that role.
Yeah.
And getting that, and then getting a call from my agent saying you got the part, and what are your
best.
sizes, or the wardrobe people are going to call you, and it turns into this whole thing. But I have a crazy story. Do you know the story that happened to me on that show or no?
No.
The behind the scenes thing?
Was it something with the director?
Yes.
Oh, I vaguely remember this, but I was wondering as I was watching the episode today, I went, was there something with Jerry Cohen that happened with him? What was it? Tell me. Jerry was a character, he was I got in trouble with Jerry once too. I'll tell you about it.
Basically, I'm trying to think. It was you when you do a sitcom, you do like 5 days, and every day gets gnarlier and it gets like closer to the shoot. And then the day before the shoot, it's like a camera test, I guess. Right? Where everyone the network comes down and they watch.
Yep.
And then I did my thing, and then the network said, what was his name again? Ron
Levitt.
Yeah, he came to me and he says, "What'd you do? Why are you doing it that way?" And I said, "Well, the director told me to do it this way, which is why I did it that way." And then he said, "Well, do it how you did it on the audition. That's why you got the part."
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, "Okay, well, I was just doing what he said. What do you want from me, man?" He told me this way.
Yep.
And then Jerry,
You're on his shit list then.
yeah, he came after me hard, and
Oh.
I didn't know you're not supposed to bury the director. I didn't mean to bury the director. I just was being honest.
Yep.
I didn't know I wasn't playing politics here. I
Yep.
was just taking direction from the director who told me to act a certain way.
Yeah, I feel you. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good lesson in like 9 times out of 10, the way you did it in the room, what got you the job is what you should be delivering. And sometimes a director can just guide you the wrong way. I mean, Jerry is a technical director. He's a genius with cameras. He's a genius with all things tech. And but I'm not going to say he's necessarily the funniest. How to get that we were already doing that when he came on board. He came on like season 3. I love Jerry, but I just don't think not necessarily all of his notes land. And case in point, I mean, he threw you off.
It wasn't his fault. It was my fault. I should have been more political. I didn't know. Maybe I should have just played dumb and say sorry and not thrown him under the table.
Was
But
Ron was Ron Levitt kind about it when he asked you, or
he
was
laughed. I think he laughed,
yeah, he was a sweet dude.
Yeah, he was funny about it.
Yeah.
But, I was just, I was nervous, when you're young and you're trying to do your thing. You know what which the movie and the thing that I was most nervous about ever was working with Molly Ringwald.
Why?
That was, it was Molly Ringwald.
16 Candles? I mean, come on. I mean, legend,
Yeah.
right?
Which film was that?
It was called For Keeps.
Hmm.
It was one of her films she did right after all those films.
Mm.
It was 1988, and it was with Randall Battenkoff. Remember Randall Battenkoff?
Mm-mm.
That's hilarious. Randall, he was an actor that came out to LA from Brown University. He got the lead in the Molly Ringwald film, and I got the co-starring role. And
Nice.
I was nervous around the director as well because it was all new, yeah. So, but anyway,
Yeah.
so I was stoked to get your show.
Well, let me tell you something really quick about the run-throughs. Up until the very end of that show, 11 seasons, I was still nervous during the run-throughs, like like for the producers where you're still in the rehearsal hall.
Yeah.
And the network would then come into the little rehearsal hall, which, for the people watching, it's just a room taped with, here's a table with tape, and it's very close up. And because if you deliver a line wrong the one time, and it's not about the writers will think it's their joke that's not working. So they'll fucking change it or cut it when it's funny, but you deliver it the wrong way. So, I would get very nervous all the way up into the end, man. And in some cases more nervous because like I just said about like turning into an adult, it's like those nerves start to come up a little bit more for me anyway.
Yeah. The whole thing is crazy. I don't know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Were you a fan of the show when you came on? Like you knew it well and
Yeah, I mean everyone was. The whole
That's
world
gotta be-
was. I mean it was
so
the
nerve-wracking.
hottest it was the hottest show for 11 years. 11 years is a long time. I mean that's not 2-3 seasons. That's like
Yeah.
That's
So
people-
Paul, I wanted to ask you because this was like one of your first roles with the Married with Children, and it was early in your career. When I looked at the timeline, it looked like it was around 1989 that you did the episode, and I believe your career really launched with MTV right after that, right?
yes.
Like literally right after, like I think later that year.
Yes, I mean it was around that time, yeah.
It was probably Married with Children,
I don't think so.
huh?
Ah,
No,
Well-
I think I was just kind of on a roll and I was determined to become whatever it is that I became, whether it was through films or whether it was through MTV, my stand up. I was just kind of like pounding pretty hard. A lot of it was because I'm a workaholic, or ever since I was little, I've always been that kind of work thing. Always, I'm constantly, going, and a lot of it is because of my mom, to try to prove to her that I'm not in it for just shits and giggles, like I'm in it for real.
mhm.
So yeah, so I mean I made it pretty quick. I didn't, when I started doing stand up at 17 and then MTV hit in my 20s. So You know,
Crazy.
usually you're supposed to have some time to develop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, you too, right? You know what I mean?
He's still
Yeah.
developing, right?
It's so weird,
Yeah.
dude, growing
It's
up like in
weird.
front of the world. It's very bizarre.
Yeah. And yours was very Coca-Cola. You know, you were very, very McDonald's and very Marriage to Children is like, you know, a carton of milk. You know, it's very
Bad milk, spoiled milk.
You know, we talk on this show a lot about Sam Kinison. Because Sam did one of my favorite, well, two of my favorite episodes because he did a back-to-back. Did you ever see those episodes?
I did, yeah. Where he's like the devil and the angel, or was it the
Yeah,
angel,
he's
devil,
the
right?
angel.
Oh, yeah. It's an
Basically,
owl,
It's a Wonderful Life, but it's, reverse in that he says, I wish I were dead. And then
Right.
Sam shows him how great everyone's life would be without him. But you were very close with Sam, and I have a soft spot in my heart for Sam because he really was so kind to me. And, he called my dad on his birthday because I happened to be at his house. And it just was, my dad was a huge fan. And, I don't think people know the side of Sam with that just huge heart and how great he was. What was your kind of experience with Sam? And I knew you grew up to a certain extent with him, and he babysat you, didn't he, in a way?
Yeah. He was, as a, it's kind of like I look at that old like Michael Jordan commercial. I want to be like Mike. That kid that was like 14 that kind of looked up. It's like looked up at Michael Jordan. Is like I want to be like Mike. So that's kind of how it was for me. When I was 14. Yeah, I wanted to be like Sam. So he came on the scene in the what was it 1985, I think. And I was 14. I was a shorter to cook at the Comedy Store, and he was so wild, and I was just like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Oh my
And
God.
who the hell is this guy? And I was just like, I just clamoured to him because he was an ex-preacher, and he was crazy on stage, and he was sexy, and he was ugly, and he was all these things wrapped up in one, and he was just cool. And then, like you said, Christmas, he always got me a present, and he was, and he did take me under his wing when I first started. When I first started my stand-up, and took me out to Middle America. He's the first person to ever like bring me to Illinois. I grew up in LA, my whole life.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and Sam was a he represented the middle of the country. Yeah.
I saw that music video you did, the Lisa one, where you had Sam in there. One of our members, Charlie, sent me a message earlier, and he said you should play this song before we go into the Zoom. So I had to look it up and watch the whole video, and it was entertaining, that's for sure. And then I saw Sam at the end, and I'm like, oh, I think I remember you telling me that he used to sit you.
Yeah, Sam's not in it. That was a guy named Todd Lemich that was dressed like Sam.
Oh, that's funny. It was a Sam lookalike.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, Sam was cool, man.
He was the greatest. He was the greatest. And I have a lot. I would go over to his house, and there'd be like little like mountains of blow in various corners of the house, It was wild, man. It was wild. Speaking of nerves, though, before we go to like bringing some people in to ask questions and talk, we were talking about nerves, and I just remembered this. And I think I wrote it on the blog like 2 weeks ago. But you remember when you were doing Encino Man, and you wanted me for it, and Hollywood Pictures kind of wanted me for it if I had tested well. But there we go with like sort of I was already on the show. I hadn't auditioned much, and I don't know if it was you who pitched me, but you were like, come in, I want you to test for this role. And I struggled with that, man, because like again, I hadn't been in a room, and I remember you going, "Come on, man, fucking bring it. What are you doing? Like, let's go. Let's do this thing. I want you to do this." And the test never did go well for me, and I knew it. I could feel like it was like, like if it was a different time, like if I do that now, it would be a whole different kind of game. But I don't know what it was. I was like in my weird adolescent stage, and I just had a very difficult time letting go and having fun with the process. I remember like we were supposed to be on a bike together in the scene, and they had like a little tiny mini stage set up, and it was wild. And then they said, you know, this guy's not bringing it. And then Sean came in, who, by the way, I mean, I love that guy. Sean's the sweetest. They couldn't have gone to anybody like who I like more. You know, it was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was what it was. Again, fan of the show. I thought visually, and I thought America would have loved us together, you know, as the two characters. You know, and I still think that it would have been great, you know what I mean, with you as the, you know, sidekick, or us, you know, as the buddy piece. But
Part two.
yeah, I don't know. You were going through whatever you were going through. You probably weren't really in that auditioning space mentally, because you were
I didn't know how to audition. I
Yeah,
just didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You were locked into the show. You're going like audition. You're like, wait, that's like learning how to hopscotch. Like I don't know how to hopscotch. You know what I mean? When you figure it out, you're like, oh shit, I fucked up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it was what it was, but you know.
Yeah, I was disappointed because I thought it would have been fun. But anyway, cool film nonetheless. Sean was great in it. But yeah, man, just remember that. And then fast forward to like you and I in acting class together. Ivana Chubbuck. Do you remember?
It was tough.
Yeah. Also a weird direction, right? Like I would do scenes with her, and I felt like I started off in a better place than I ended up.
That's why I said it's tough.
Yeah.
It was tough because she did that whole Meisner substitution stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, and I remember that fucked me up. I remember I was doing a Fantasy Island guest lead, and I went to go work with her, and I fucked up bad on the set. It took me like, I remember one time it took like 20 takes. You know, because I was trying to do what she told me to do.
Yep.
Fucking stupid.
Instead of just being in the moment and doing what you know to do intuitively, right?
Yeah, but you know, that technique I assume works for like people like Daniel Day-Lewis or these type of Leo or these guys, and I assume, I don't know, or they don't do it and they just figure out. Acting is weird, dude. Like coming into characters, I don't think there's really a formula. It's like doing stand-up. Like there's no book. You just kind of figure it out. I have my own way of memorizing a script that probably no one does it the way I do it. You know, or getting into the Richard Simmons thing when I did that short, and I have another.
That was hilarious, by the way. I saw that. So good.
Oh, the short?
Yeah, you nailed it.
Thank you. But just becoming Richard Simmons, you know, it's like so many layers to that. But to become characters, you know, I have my own way of doing it. I don't know, and it works for me. It's kind of like every comic has their own way of coming up with a joke, and that works for them. So, you know, I work a certain way. Everyone else works a certain way, you know.
Well,
so
Biodome and Encino Man, I mean, those are two of my favorites coming up. So, I mean,
yeah,
whatever you're doing, it works.
Again, those characters, you know, when I did those, Biodome especially was like very, very thought out before I shot it. You know, it was very, I don't want to say methodical, but I was very much, hey, I'm going to be really stupid in this, like purposely, you know, like lock into like things that I didn't do in any of my other films, because I thought Beavis and Butthead at the time were like the two really stupidest guys in the world. They were characters, but I thought like if I could be like a live version of Beavis and Butthead with Steven, that could be really good. And that's kind of what my direction of myself was. That's why there's so many stupid moments in that film that really stood out, because as an actor, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go there with these sex sections, you know? So.
Yeah, I think whatever works, it comes down to just like whatever works. I mean, maybe
Whatever
you do a
works
little
for you,
piece of the Meisner thing. Maybe you don't need it in another place. It's just like it's kind of like when you're recording music or DJing or anything. It's like whatever sounds good. That's fucking it. Like that's it.
Yeah. So speaking about your acting, everybody had homework to do, and everybody watched your episode that's in the room, and we wanted to talk about it with you and see what you remember from it, go over it. And I know that our members are going to have questions about it as well. Do you remember it? And
I have to pee. I'm listening, but I have to pee.
that's
So I'm
okay. I got it
yeah.
from here. You go. We got this. Did you watch it, Polly? Did you rewatch it again?
Well, I haven't. No, I haven't rewatched it, but I've seen it before, and it's fucking funny.
It's
You know what I
really
mean?
funny.
It's funny because, like, obviously, it's a juxtaposition where I'm the young kid and I'm the boss of the old guy, and that's just funny by itself.
Yeah, it was very bullying. The make the noise, Bundy. I mean,
Yeah, you didn't make the noise, Bundy. Whoosh.
that's
Talk to
great.
me like I'm a person.
What?
Talk to me like I'm a person.
Yeah, right.
Okay, old dude.
Yeah, yeah.
So a quick little recap so we can get everybody in the mindset for that episode. The Bundys are broke. Peggy tells Al he needs a second job. And then Peggy ends up getting her own job selling Patty Bright Cosmetics. She starts getting big commission checks and thinks she's making more money than Al. Al is humiliated, secretly gets a second job working for you at Burger Trek. And Pauly Shore plays Captain, which is Al's teenage boss, but actually you were 20 or 21 in that episode. He constantly corrects Al's burgers and makes him say whoosh. Al finds out Peggy is only making commissions because she's buying all the products with his card. And instead of making money, she put the family in debt, $623. The ending reveals Peggy had to work at Burger Trek 2. And the final joke was, you didn't make the noise, Bundy. Whoosh. So,
And it
with
reveals
that-
that it's Peggy.
yes, there you are. You're back. Cool. So I mean, not the best recap, but it's a recap nonetheless. And now I think you guys are all in the mood. We're right there.
You know what struck me most is just how fucking mean and vicious we were to Al. I mean, just horrible kids, horrible wife, just so degrading to him. And it was a really mean-spirited episode to Al, I have to say. But anyway, I will. You want to take it to the floor here?
Yeah, take it to the floor.
Let's go.
All right. What do we got? Who's got their hands up? We got Bam. Bam 13. Good to see you again. You want to sit on the couch? You want to get cozy?
Yeah, I'm gonna unmute him right now.
All right. Let's
And
get him
rub
in.
his hand, and we'll put him next to in between the fellas here.
What's up, Bam?
Hey, David, Darren, Pauly. Like, you can't tell the story of the 90s without Pauly Shore.
That's right.
From Son-in-Law to the movies. When your character, there was like so much of your personality. Was it just, did you have a little bit of liberty in the sense the way you delivered the lines? Because, like, you could close your eyes and know that's Pauly Shore.
I guess, I mean, it was written, for a like a young kind of, I guess, I don't want to say the word stoner, but kind of like some, kid, and I just kind of I kind of overlaid me over that, and then kind of took my own style and twist and kind of put it to that. But those were their words, those weren't my words.
But the way you delivered it, it made it iconic because it's just, that was you. Not so much the show, but I live like 30 minutes from Daytona Beach. So I was there wrecking shop when MTV had spring break there. Do you have any fond memories, any crazy memories of being down there and filming some of the show or some of the parties when not filming? Because it was so bad, Daytona Beach was like, all right, MTV, you're not coming back.
Oh, man.
I mean, it was our teenage, I don't know. We were all young and we were all, I was on MTV when all my friends were in college. So that age, 19 to like 23, 24, 5, that's kind of when people go to college. So that was my college, pretty much. I mean, pretty much to the T, actually. So I don't know. Like, my friends were pumping kegs. I was pumping kegs at spring break. It was, I don't know. I call it, I use the word Willy Wonka a lot, where it was like, I felt like I got the golden ticket. I felt that I was cool, which I never really was cool. I was just like a kind of a squirrely kid. And I felt like, just being down there, and I don't know, I became friendly with a lot of people that worked there. and it was my entertainment college, and I learned a lot about shooting, editing. I don't know. It was just
You were beyond creative because you almost had your own vocabulary with some of the words, you know, like the grindage and wheezing the juice and just, yeah, like a complete vocabulary made it iconic. And I mean, the parties, I get invited to a hotel, the entire floor was partying. Like every room on that floor, people passed out on the floor. I mean, it was chaos. I guess some of them, they were setting the hotels on fire.
pretty much. I mean, you know, you'd be in your hotel room like this, and all of a sudden, used condoms would be flying through the sky.
Oh,
What the fuck? You know what I mean? And
I have to say something about Paulie though. He talks about not being a cool kid and being squirrely. Maybe that's true, but like Paulie, fame or no fame, this dude has game. Let me tell you, like game after game. Like he's really good with the ladies. I've always remembered that about Paulie. Like, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but like I said, even without fame, the kind of game this kid had would have been, you know, he would have.
I don't know about that. But.
I guess you can't really talk about that these days, but
I mean, during MTV's run, I mean, you were definitely an icon, and like, were you a sex symbol? Could we say? I mean, I think the ladies liked you.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
We had definite style. I mean, a style that was unique in your own. It was definitely
the movies really kind of catapulted me into that space. I mean, MTV was what it was, but the movies really rounded it off to more mainstream. You know, Encino Man, Son-in-Law, Army, like all these movies, they were funny, but they had a lot of heart, and they were very centered, and they were
feel good movies.
Yeah, a lot of heart and very middle America, right in the heart of middle America. And so that's what it was. Yeah.
Awesome. You got another question, Bam?
No, that was pretty much. I don't want to take too much time. I love being on the show, guys. I love talking Married with Children.
Thanks, fam. We appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, we'll see you in a couple weeks.
I don't know if there's a show out there or since Married with Children, except for Friends and Seinfeld, that had the impact that your guys' show had. I just don't know if that exists.
Well, we talk about it a bit. It was one of those shows that was huge with the people, not huge in Hollywood. It was never respected by its peers, so to speak. And
you know what was fucked up for me was that I got a sitcom called Paulie, which didn't work.
I remember that. Yeah. What network was that?
That was on Fox, and we had the spot right after you guys.
Oh shit!
So we had the cushion spot, and it just didn't. I mean, it was a funny show, and it was a good show, and it had the same tone as your show, but people just didn't hook into it. I think the premise was wrong for me, but we tried to make it work, but it didn't work. But you remember, right?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot you guys were on Fox. I forgot that we were your lead-in. If you fuck up a Married with Children lead-in, that's a bad news, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm still paying for it.
That's funny. Well, we got Adam on the show. He's back. Adam's one of our greatest members of our community. What's going on, Adam? How are you?
What's up, how are you guys doing? Thanks for having me again. Paulie, very nice to meet you. Dave, I have to tell you, you're right. This episode, you guys are some of the most savage lines. Marcy's line when Peg says about Al missing the toilet, you've seen the bathroom, and she says, and I've seen your children, is one of the meanest lines. Like, especially from her, that was brutal.
It is brutal. It is brutal. I mean, any man who's treated like that. One of my favorite lines is when
Bundy.
I'm watching it.
When she says, when she sees Peggy's name on the check, Kelly sees it and she goes, "We love you, mommy." Her delivery on that, I laughed out loud when I saw that. It fucking cracked me up. But yeah, we were just brutal to Al.
Yeah, that was a mean one. But Paulie, just to go back to what the last person said, I was shocked when I saw that this was one of your first appearances because that role just, it felt like you were brought in as the guest star, like the well-known guest star, and the role is written for you.
Yep.
And I was so just shocked by that. And I think that's all just how you can make a personality out of a role. And also in Married with Children, especially at that time, it's very rare to have a guest have those many lines on an episode because it was the core cast.
Mhm.
So I was just blown away over the fact that this was a
It was
just
an audition, bro. It was
Yeah.
a fucking audition. I remember. Just like any audition, it was crazy.
I feel
Yeah,
like you
but-
were known for something though, because like I watched the episode a couple times, and when you come in the first time and you make your entrance, you almost hear like they
One.
want to go.
One.
Did you hear the guy? He's like, oh, like there was something. I feel like you were known from something already, but I don't know. Maybe your show had just started. I don't know. I don't know.
No. My MTV show hadn't been on yet.
Okay.
No, it might have been a guest spot on another show. I did do some movies and acting before. I did a lot of. I did a Phantom of the Mall. I did St. Elsewhere, 21 Jump Street.
I did a
was-
St. Elsewhere, bro. When I was a
Oh
little kid.
wow, so much fun! Right, and you didn't mess up that audition. You got it.
I was a kid.
You're a kid, yeah. But so maybe I don't know. Maybe people knew me from something like that.
Dude, I had to audition for Ed Modern Family. Like they didn't just give me like I had to go in and read for that shit.
And
He said I go, yo, I'm coming in to read for it wasn't even a featured thing with Ed. It was just a guest star role. And I said, I'm going in to read, he goes, oh, I talked to the casting director. She said, if you're even if you're the second best in the room, you're not going to get it. I was like, okay, thanks for that vote of confidence. The pressure's on. But I ended up getting it, thank God. But there was no scenes with Ed. Like we didn't even have an interaction in the show. They totally missed that opportunity. Anyway, back to Paul.
have you been auditioning lately for stuff?
Not much. I'll go in for like I hate auditioning. So unless it's like, something I really like, oh my God, I have to do this. Like I don't know. I do a lot of auditioning for voiceover all day long, bro. That's why I built this studio. You can't see it. I built the studio for that.
Yeah.
And it's been great to me. That's what pays my bills is voiceover.
Wow.
Yeah, man, it's great. It's a
That's
great
awesome.
gig. Yeah, and I get to see my kids. I get to work from home a lot of it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. But and of course there's no nerves with that because you record it, you cut it, you edit it, and you send it in.
Mm.
I self-tape sometimes for other stuff, but that's what it's become, it was a lot of self-tape. We used to go in the room, now you do it in your home.
Yeah, there's no more going into the room.
Not much, maybe for the final.
I remember one time I auditioned for Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh my God.
That was pretty fucking cool.
Ollie, did I see that you played Pinocchio once?
In a porn.
I paid. No, that was Edward Penis Hands. Anyways,
Oh, that's right. That's right.
yeah, I played the voice. I'm the voice of Pinocchio. Yes.
Who else
Oh,
was
that's
working
cool.
on that, right?
You did some other voiceover. I know you've like done a good amount of it.
Yeah, Goofy movie.
Goofy movie. That's right.
Yeah, I've done that. I don't know. There's been a whole bunch.
Yeah.
My brain's fried. I don't know. I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you rewatch your stuff often, or like do you find like timepiece of the '90s and just how it's so not like today? Like is it weird to watch your stuff back?
It's emotional.
Okay.
Yeah, it's emotional because that time was a very special time for me. I was with my mom all the time, and my
Yeah.
mom's not with us anymore. And
Right.
and that run that I had, Kennison and Dice and in the store and my mom and that whole that time was very special.
Yeah.
So when I look back on it, I don't want to say I get sad. That's not the right word, but I get emotional sometimes.
Mhm.
Even like when I'm on Joe Rogan, like we'll start talking about my mom, and all of a sudden I start crying because he has such an affiliate, what's it called, affiliation, he loves my mom, and
Yeah, I know the word you're looking
what's
for.
it? I don't know what the fucking the word is.
I can't think of it either.
Affinity.
Affinity.
Yeah. And so like watching those films and watching those clips, it was like a lightning in a bottle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must be. Yeah, I can understand that how it could be all the emotions going in.
And I do a lot of these Comic Cons now. I don't know, David, do you do these ever?
Yeah, I just did one couple weeks ago in Buffalo.
Yeah, and I really enjoy it. You know, I really, really enjoy it because it brings me back to that time and the emotional impact that, um, you know, your stuff, my stuff, Ralph Macchio stuff, or
Yeah.
or the movie Scream or Sean Astin stuff, or
Yeah.
all these things they affected people so much.
Mhm.
And so yes, you get paid and that's okay, but the bigger takeaway for me is
Interaction.
the interaction and the emotion that you gave these people growing up as kids.
It's
Wild,
wild, bro.
man.
It's
It's
like,
really wild.
fuck, man.
A few of my friends have met you at them, and they told me when I said I was going to be on this that you were the nicest person they've met out of celebrities at the Comic Cons. Dave, they haven't met you yet, so I can't, but
I would disappoint them, I'm sure.
but they went out of their way. Like three of my friends all said it was just like they felt like they had a real conversation, and how impactful it was to meet you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I like my favorite also is hanging out in the green room, because you hang out in the green room and you're like, I'm a fan of these shows too.
Right, exactly.
So like if I see Joey Pants, I'm like, what the fuck? Midnight
Joey's the greatest.
Run, Midnight Run. I
He's the
scream at
fucking
him,
greatest.
Or I saw David Duchovny. I'm like, holy fuck, David Duchovny. Let's talk about sex.
Yeah, no, you get fanned out, man. I fan
Yeah.
out too.
So it's
wild.
it's funny,
Yeah.
So I'm doing the one in Chicago, like at the end of August, which
You
is
might have to
gonna
jump
be
on
fun.
that. What is it called?
You should do it, dude. You
I
should
do
do
a lot
it.
of
What?
I do a lot of the anime ones, which is a whole different fan base.
Yeah.
It's cool because like a lot of those kids who come to my table, they don't even know Married with Children. They never heard of it. It's a bizarre thing. But there's two ways to approach that. Like you just said, Adam. It's like, there's some celebrities who I won't not most of them, but there's a small percentage of celebrities who like hate the interaction. They don't want to get close. They don't want to put anything into it. They just want the money. And it's just like, why are you here, man? It's like you have to. I try to give as much as I can, but sometimes by Sunday night, when you've been there
you
for
burn
3
out,
days, you're burnt out, and it takes everything in you to give what you can and be personable. But
I just think that for me, it's just like I'm in shock that whatever I did affected people so much.
Yeah.
That's like my whole thing. It's like, what the fuck? And that's like why I think when I go on the road, why I continuously tour and do stand up, because I have that, like, I'm out there and there's all these people and they I don't want to say they love me, that sounds stupid, but they appreciate what I've done, and it makes me feel good when I'm on that stage. Yeah. It's different when I'm at the Comedy Store or I work at Rogan's Club, where like they're there just to see comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But when they're paying to see you,
That's crazy.
there's like an emotional connection, and it's pretty fucking cool. That's
David
what you
gets to
want
do that every 2 weeks right here. Look at this.
The what?
David gets to experience that every 2 weeks right here.
Yeah. So you get it too, right?
I got to give you props on the stand-up thing, man. It's something I've been flirting with, and I'm friends with Donnell Rawlings, who's like, he goes, oh, I don't want to hear you talk about stand-up no more until you fucking get out here and do it, and I'm like, all right. So I'm trying to put together a tight five because I think it's something that would be fun and challenging and scary and amazing.
First of all, you would have to take it very serious.
Yeah, that's why when he's like, just get on the stage, I'm like, what do you get on the stage? I gotta have something to get on the stage about.
Serious, and if you can maybe possibly parlay it into a business. If you can get 45 minutes, and then you can go out.
Yeah.
Sure. Look at Jeremy Piven.
Yeah.
He's touring. He's funny. He goes out on the road. He does well. He was never doing stand up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then he started doing stand up, and now
Amazing.
he's like selling out.
Wow.
But he's good too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's talented. He's a talented actor, and
Well,
he's
yeah.
able to figure it out somehow on stage. And even Kirk Fox, you remember Kirk Fox?
Kirk Fox is my neighbor. Okay.
Yeah, I know. We were
Literally 4 houses up.
Yeah, I was fucking with you the other day, but my point is that
That's whose house I camped out in during the fire, dude. Because he's 5 houses up, and there was he could get back to his house, and they had power, and so I camped.
Did
No,
he
he's
let
on
you
the road.
stay?
He's on the road. I was just I camped out. His wife was there. His kid was there.
Oh,
My
cool.
kids were there. We were just like using his Wi-Fi. Like we couldn't, you know, it was crazy.
But he's a guy that started acting and then he went into stand-up, is my point.
Yep. Yep.
Awesome. Adam, thank you for coming back
Thank
on the
you.
show.
Hey, you
All
guys,
right.
wait, I'm gonna get a club soda. One sec.
All
Club
right.
soda with vodka.
Let's put our next guest next
Adam,
to
thanks, man. Always good to
Of
see you, brother.
course. Always good to
Thank
see
you,
you.
Adam. Who's the next one?
Oh
Let's
no!
wait.
Oh wait, we gotta wait for Polly here. Wait, we
Yeah,
gotta
You
wait.
know this
let's
guy,
wait.
Darren?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, put him on the couch.
For those that don't know, he happens to be my brother in real life.
Kevin. He's like the
Oh, we can't
not
hear you.
the glue, but he's sort of he's like the fucking thing that made this all happen, really. I mean,
Yeah,
without-
exactly. He connected us.
You're unmuted, but we can't hear you, Kevin.
Sorry, I was just hanging out with Peaches. Sorry.
wait,
Kevin,
we can't
why are
hear
you muted? What the hell, dude? Your big opportunity and you're
Is
on
your
mute.
mic not on?
He's not muted. He's unmuted, but his mic's not
Oh.
on.
You're gonna
Well,
have to plug in a
figure it
microphone.
out, and we'll come back to you because we definitely want to talk to you. And by the way, you're wearing the 24-hour mini mart,
Wait, hold on.
quintessential.
No, we don't read sign language. You're gonna have to go. We're gonna have to cut
You don't
you.
read lips, bro.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come back. When you get at work and you come back,
Work on it. There's got to be like a mic setting or something. That
you could write it on a card if you want and hold it up. That's fine. Killing our show, man. You're a show killer.
Yeah. Way to ruin the vibe there, Kevin.
Yeah.
Tim. Let's bring in Tim, somebody who knows how to work a mic.
Tim, come on in, have a seat. Sorry, Kevin. What can I do?
Hey,
Tim Horn.
what's up, guys?
What's up, Tim? How are you?
Good. How you? How you doing, Dave?
What's up, brother? Thanks for coming back, man.
What's up? What's up, Paulie?
Hi, sir. Look
I
at you.
I found some props.
Oh, wow. What is that?
Oh, son-in-law.
Oh, wow. There you go.
And look, was it right behind it was this. Wait, hold on. Did I put it right? Oh,
That's Encino Man.
yeah.
Did you
I looked at
already
my
own
boxes.
those?
I
Did
just-
you already
I-
own
yeah.
those, or did you buy them when you knew Polly was coming on?
Nah, I got a whole stack of VHS. I had like 500 VHSs. I used to tape the Married with Children show. I used to tape all of Christina's shows, Jesse, Samantha Who, your
Nice.
guest star roles. I have them written down. David Faustino, guest star, Jesse, episode. Like I have all that stuff back there.
Wow, that's amazing.
But, yeah. What was I going to say? You guys both worked with Joey Lauren Adams. That'd be a cool guest star to have sometime, probably.
We need to have Joey on the show.
Because she was with him in Biodome. He was her girlfriend, and then your girlfriend on here, right?
Yep.
In one of the episodes. That's one of the best butt episodes, I think,
He
too.
was sexy as hell, man. Not gonna lie.
And that voice. It's that voice. It's that voice, man.
Get it.
So fun.
But free mahi mahi. I had to say that to Paulie too. Free
What-
mahi mahi, if you will.
One of my genius ad libs.
That's great. I wanted to
that
tell you,
in?
it's all Biodome.
Oh,
Yeah, it's Biodome.
When he's showing the fish, or what was it, a dolphin, right, or something? It's like free mahi mahi. My whole
Yep.
family though grew up loving Son-in-Law. That's like one of the I just watched it recently. It's one of the best comedies of all time. Like you can watch it every single, and I've shown it to my daughters and stuff. They all love it. It's by far it's your best one, I think. I love it though. You and Lane Smith, because Lane Smith played such a serious character in that. Like he played it so good. You never saw that guy play like a real, again him against you was just perfect because he played it straight, but it worked like great. I think still holds up really well.
I've said that before as well. The best comedies are when the comedians are surrounded with really good actors.
Yep.
It's got to be the
So
straight
Lane-
man.
Yeah, you
Gotta be
got
the
it.
straight man.
Lane was brilliant.
And all the way up until the end, and then it's perfect because then when he says the line, it's great because he's like, "And now let's sit down and munch on some grindage." It was like perfect timing. Yeah, I say that the whole time.
A true fan. I love it.
The whole thing was well-rounded. That film was a well-rounded film.
Yeah, it was. It's one of my favorites.
You know who directed that? Was a guy named Steve Rash. Steve Rash directed. I don't know, Dave, if you remember this film, Can't Buy Me Love.
Yeah.
I remember Can't Buy Me Love. That was a huge
Oh
film.
my God, I love
That was with that
movie.
actor. What's his name?
Patrick Dempsey.
Yes.
And that was with
Check 1, 2.
Amanda. Who was it? Go online. Who was that? Amanda.
Can't remember.
Check.
Oh yeah, Amanda. Yeah, exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a huge film.
She was
I haven't
so
seen that in
adorable.
years. Yeah.
Amanda Pete.
Amanda
Yeah.
Peet. Yeah.
Oh, Kevin's microphone worked on that
Oh
one.
my God, it worked. Come on.
You'll have to wait. You're next.
Yeah, you gotta wait your turn now, bro.
Yeah.
Tim, what else? Did you have any other thoughts, questions?
I'll let you go. I just want to say what's up. I might go see Paul. He's coming to Magoobies, I think it is. Magoobies in Maryland. I think I might go check that show out.
That's gonna be wild. That's gonna be
Yeah.
fun. I got some great comics opening for me too.
Awesome.
By the
Awesome,
way,
yeah.
I have to give Polly his flowers on this one. If you haven't seen his one-man show, which I got to see, Kevin was there actually.
I was
ran
going
into
to bring
Kevin.
that up. That's what I was
It's
going to bring
fucking
up.
great, man. It's touching. It's well-rounded, and the way you were able to bring in the videos. I mean, the fact that you have all of that archived footage and those pictures and everything you're able to bring into it. I was like, oh my God, this guy. I mean, the fact that you were able to find all that is tremendous. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Hey, bros. You don't call, you don't write. I text message you. By the way, how good does Paulie look? His hair hasn't changed. It's still dark. He still looks young.
Yeah.
He's still spry. But I was going to bring up the fact that, you brought up all the movies, but you didn't bring up the one-man show, which I think is the greatest thing that Paulie has done to date. And I told you that after I saw it the first time.
Thank you.
Well, have you been putting it up recently, or what's the story with it?
I'm kind of at a place right now with it where I've ringed it out and I've kind of developed it all over America. I toured in America. I did in New York. I did in LA. I kind of got it to a place where I'm really looking for a producer director to kind of take it over and take it to the promised land and then sell it. You know what I mean? So part of me wants to do it in Austin. There's a theater there called the State Theater, which I did it at, which has this huge screen. That's really well. I'm talking to Tony Hinchcliffe of Kill Tony to see if he wants to produce it. So he could just take his Kill Tony crew, which is all his video crew, and just move it 3 doors down to this theater because he's got all his cameras there. And so I don't know. My point is that it's there, it's ready to go, but I need someone to kind of support it. I don't want to do it by myself.
I got you. What's it called again?
It's called Stick with the Dancing.
It should be a Broadway show. In my opinion, Jeff did a great job with Take a Banana for the Ride, but I do think Stick with the Dancing is a great Broadway show.
I agree. I talked to Jeff about connecting me with his director, so I'm waiting for that. See. So we'll see. I mean, it's there.
By the way,
It's ready to
I was at Norm's this morning, and Norm and Wayne they just saw you with the Roadrunner the other day. They're like, Paulie was just here.
Yeah.
They love
The
you.
Roadrunner.
They love you, Paulie.
Yeah, those
We all
guys
love
are sweethearts. I'm pissed
I do
off
have a-
though. I'm pissed
What's
off that there's no more Greenblatts. It's fucking terrible.
What a bummer.
Isn't that
like
terrible?
It's horrible. Like,
The worst.
by the way,
wouldn't
those who don't know, we're talking about Greenblatt's Deli in LA. It's a staple deli on Sunset Boulevard. That I was there all the fucking time. I was there constantly.
I would see
I'd be up
baby Eric
upstairs.
there.
What's that?
Baby Eric would be there drunk at 1:30 in the morning on his tippy toes ordering the chicken parmesan. You don't know Baby Eric, Dave, but Paulie
No.
does.
Okay.
It
It was a
the
great
producer of
hangout.
the
They didn't survive COVID. Shockingly. I mean, with the deliveries and everything they do, I was shocked that they closed.
Well, the
I do have
owner-
one question.
What?
I have a question regarding Paulie's performance on the show. You were talking earlier about him being a ladies' man, right? We've all seen Paulie's game.
Oh,
Paulie,
yeah.
did you try to mac on Christina during that week?
I didn't.
You didn't.
I did
Surprised.
not.
He didn't have to. I'm just kidding.
He was with Johnny Depp at that time, I think, right?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know that she was ever really with Johnny. I mean, it was kind of.
They hung
That was-
out.
That was an interesting time. And then it was funny. And then Johnny Depp was like, "Get me off this fucking show." And then Fox was like, "All right, we'll get you off the show." And then they brought in Richard Grieco to scare Johnny Depp away.
So weird.
Yeah,
Remember?
that poor thing. What a horrible career he turned out having, right?
But you remember that?
Johnny, you mean, or Greco?
No, Richard Greco, when he came in, they're like, oh my God, who's this guy taking over Johnny Depp's spot?
Yeah. He didn't give a fuck though. Johnny was like, okay.
Yeah, he's like this.
Yeah.
What a career that guy had, man. He did so many interesting films back in the 80s and 90s. Oh my God.
And his best performance might have been on the stand during the Amber trial. That was just genius.
No, but eating Gilbert Grape. He was Edward Scissorhands.
Well, what eating Gilbert Grape? But that the
Donnie
porno version,
Brasco.
the porno
Oh
version
my
was
God.
eating Gilbert
How
Grape.
about the pirate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great.
It's probably his
I
biggest.
gotta go, guys. Good to see you, Paulie. I'll see you at the store, brother.
Listen to Kevin. He just gamed us. He's like, yo, go fuck yourselves. I gotta go. I got something more
I
important.
got
to
a
do.
date with baby Julia.
That's your girl.
That's not my girl. It's one of them.
Wow.
One of them.
I want to be you when I want to be both of you when I grow up. No kids,
Yeah, exactly.
no kids, no
No
wife.
kids, no ex-wives.
You guys
no
even have
alimony.
pets?
I have a pet. I have my dog Buster.
Buster.
Penthouse
Buster.
pets, David. Penthouse pets.
Player.
Ciao.
Player.
All right, see ya. Get off our couch.
No.
Hey.
All right, we got Lasbird. That was fun having my brother, right? A little flyby,
He's our friend.
little black sandwich. All right, what's going on, Lasbird? How are you?
I'm good. Darren, Dave, thanks for having me back on. Paulie, very nice to meet you in person. Was a huge fan of
Let me
yours.
see you. Hi, handsome.
Huge fan of yours growing up. Loved In the Army Now. I really thought that was hilarious back in the day.
Another movie. Dave messed up the audition. I tried to get him. Don't
Really?
worry about
No,
it. Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
shitting
yeah.
on
I
it.
got him the Andy Dick, the sidekick for Andy Dick.
Oh, God.
He's bullshitting.
All right, fair enough. Anyway, when I told my friends that you were going to be on, and I mentioned about the Married with Children episode, and they all remember from that 5 minutes that you were on.
Yeah, it's a standout.
Yeah. So I was curious, as there have been other actors and actresses that were in one episode and then they've made more appearances. Were you ever asked back for another opportunity, or just you got too big with too many movies, your show, too much?
He fucked it up with Jerry Cohen, the director. He fucked it all up.
Ron will tell you that. Bring that up to Ron when you talk to him. He'll tell you.
Well, he's dead, so that's gonna be tough.
When did he die?
Like 2012 or 14 or something.
How did he die?
Dude, he was a 2-pack a day chain smoker. Lung
Oh
cancer.
wow.
Yeah. He never not had a cigarette. I mean, that
Wow.
was yeah.
He was the black dude with the funny hair, right?
No, that's Michael. Ron is Michael's around. Michael's on the East Coast in Connecticut.
So Michael's
in Greenwich.
Michael's the one that'll tell you about the experience.
Okay.
He's the one. He's like, why'd you do it that way? I'm like, the director said.
So,
Dude, one time, and I'll bring this up when Jerry's on the show once, but one time Christina and I were sitting on set, right? And we were just talking off set, like on the stage, not even in the like set, like, to the side where like the craft service was. And we were talking and Jerry came over the thing, the loudspeaker, he's in the booth to give her a note. When you come downstage, stand in front of Dave. And she goes, what did he just say to me? I go, oh, who gives a fuck? Nobody listens to him anyway. And then I hear what I said, Christina, was, and I was like, oh, fuck. He heard everything. And he goes, and thank you very much, Mr. Faustino. And he was actually really mad at me for like a week.
So he gets mad. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, he gets mad. He's very, very sensitive. Yeah.
So I wasn't the first one.
No, absolutely not. He'd get his feelings hurt a lot. Anyway, sorry, Lasbird. Go ahead, brother.
No, that's. And I was curious to know why you didn't come back, because you obviously.
he was a
it
big
seems
star
that
on
people
MTV.
are always-
He was huge. It was like beneath him to go on Married with Children at that
Hey,
point.
fuck you, Darren. Nothing's beneath Married with Children.
No, I would have done it if they asked me. I don't think they asked me, or they didn't.
That would have been a great comeback character in some
That would have
show.
been.
It would have been the captain comes back for whatever it was. That would have been
But
great.
to be fair, I researched this and I saw that they love Pauly so much that they made a couple Pauly Shore references later on in later seasons. I think like one or two times they name dropped you as Pauly.
Oh, really? That's funny.
See, I did my
Well,
homework.
Knowing the Bundys, it couldn't have been that nice.
No,
Yeah, I don't know what they said.
it's another classic episode. It's going already now down to the cartoonish ways with Al making a toothpaste sandwich.
Oh my God, that was hilarious.
That was pretty funny.
I should ask David Garrison because he eats it in that episode.
Yep.
They asked how that tasted.
I wonder what it really was. I was thinking that myself when he was making the sandwich.
Buster,
But,
stop it. Buster, stop it. Sorry, my dog's going crazy.
I usually have my dogs here with me, but they're upstairs.
No worries. Paulie, big fan. Thank you for coming on to the show. Love
Where do
doing
you-
all the stuff you did in the 90s. I guess
Where
I
do-
could watch Paulie on your YouTube channel. Where's the best place to see some of that old school material?
Go to my YouTube and my Instagram. Where do you live?
I live in Westchester County, actually over the border from Greenwich in Armonk, New York.
Oh, wow.
You work in Manhattan, you said, right?
I do. I work in Times Square. It's
Every
an
day?
hour 20 commute. Not that bad.
On the train or?
Yeah. I drive to the train station, North White Plains, go to Grand Central, and then walk to Times Square.
Wow.
What do you do in the Times Square?
I work for the stock exchange.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
What's going on with the stock exchange?
Oh, there's only two of them. It's NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange. If you want a tour of NASDAQ, I can show you the bell ceremony if you really want, if you're in New York.
But wait, that's in Times Square? I thought that was downtown.
So the New York Stock Exchange is downtown. NASDAQ, the competitor, the studio is in Times Square on 43rd and 7th Avenue, and that's where CNBC broadcast shows.
Gotcha.
Their bell ceremonies there in Times Square. The one you're thinking of, like hitting a physical bell, is Wall Street. Yeah.
All right. Well, dude, we thank you for coming on, man, and asking questions, and we always appreciate you being here, brother.